Hi guys, this is Amy. Welcome to Narcaway. Today I want to talk about the silent treatment. If you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, chances are you have definitely been on the receiving end of a silent treatment. Narcissists love to exert control. They love to manipulate you. They also like to punish you. And they like to keep you guessing. And the silent treatment is a fantastic tool to achieve all of those things. The silent treatment is one of the most painful abuses that you can receive. I don't know about you if you experienced name calling and yelling and the silent treatment. I received both of those in my relationship. And I preferred the yelling and the name calling over the silent treatment 100 to 1. There's something about the silent treatment that your brain processes similarly to physical abuse. Your pain receptors are actually triggered and you feel physical pain. Your stomach ties in knots and you feel nauseous. And you get headaches. It is a very cruel form of abuse. And it's very effective, and that's why it's used. And there's very little effort involved. All your abuser has to do is stop talking to you. He doesn't even have to leave your physical presence. He can sit right next to you. He can stay in the same house as you, in the same bed as you. And if you've ever had that silent treatment given to you when you're in the same bed with somebody, you know how painful that is. I would rather sleep alone in my bed than next to somebody who is ignoring me. That is just about the worst torture that I've ever personally experienced, is have somebody lay next to me in my bed and ignore me. The feeling of worthlessness that comes with getting that kind of a silent treatment is insurmountable. It really does a number on your psyche and your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is absorbing what the silent treatment is telling you, that you're a worthless person, that you are not worthy of this person that you love, and supposedly they love you, of their attention and of their affection and of their communication with you. So why does the narcissist give you the silent treatment? Well, there's a few things that they actually get out of it and reasons why they do it. And first and foremost, narcissists are generally emotionally stunted. A big part of the reason they are the way they are is they lack the tools to have a conversation and express their upset or their hurt or their frustration or their anger, whatever emotions they are feeling. They have an inability to discuss and deal with them in a mature adult manner. And so very much like a 5-year-old, they will sit and pout and sulk and stop talking. And you'll see it on their face. They'll actually scowl and cross their arms and sit in a corner and just exude misery instead of, coming up and having a conversation with you and saying, babe, listen, this kind of pissed me off and I'd like to talk to you about it. No, they can't do that. So the number one thing that's happening here is they just can't. They don't know how. They don't have the tools. They are unable to have a conversation. So they just clam up. Secondly, they need you to know that they're pissed off. So it does not take very long for anyone to figure out that someone is angry with them once they stop talking to them. Whether it's your romantic partner, whether it's somebody you work with, whether it's a friend, a parent, a sibling, Soon as somebody stops talking to you, stops making eye contact with you, they stop engaging with you in any way, your first assumption is going to be that you've done something to anger them. So the narcissist is portraying to you that you've screwed up, you've done something wrong, you've angered them. So now you know that they're pissed off. Another thing that's happening is the narcissist is punishing you. So because the narcissist feels that they need to be redeemed for whatever you've done to piss them off, they need to punish you. They're going to take satisfaction in knowing that you're paying the price. They want to teach you a lesson and know that it's not acceptable, whatever you did. No matter how slight the cause of this injury was, maybe you changed your mind on where you wanted to have dinner that night. And I use that example because that exact same thing happened to me. One time, I decided I didn't want what we had already discussed for dinner, which, sure, that might have aggravated him. That's fair enough. But the silent treatment and the punishment that ensued was to a level of extreme that it was just so blown out of proportion. It just, the crime... No, what was it? The punishment didn't fit the crime, let's say. Narcissists are notorious for overblowing punishments. Not that anyone should ever be punished. They are not our judge and jury. They don't have the right to punish us. But they feel they do, and so they do. And so we have to be punished. We have to pay the price. And then the last thing I'm going to say on this, on the silent treatment, is because you and I, the receivers of the silent treatment, don't want to go through this for one moment longer than we have to, we're going to try to fix the problem. So we're going to be coming at our abuser with love and affection and trying to make things right. We're going to try to talk to them. So they're getting so much supply and attention from us when we do that. The energy that we're freaking throwing at them, they are eating that up. They love it. Don't forget, narcissists live on supply. This is their fuel. This is what keeps them going. So by them giving us the silent treatment, us trying to undo that, we are just feeding them and playing right into their game. And I can tell you definitely in my case with my narcissist, this was something he used all the time. I've told you guys before that the silent treatment was my ex's favorite method of abuse, and it was because I played into it so perfectly for him. Soon as he stopped talking to me, I was texting him, I was calling him, I was begging him, I was laying so much affection and love on him, just trying to be sweet to get him to love me again. Meanwhile, I had no idea that I was playing right into his sick and twisted game. He wanted that from me, and he was getting it handed on a silver platter. He found the key to get exactly what he wanted from me, and I had no idea. I was so oblivious that this was a game. I genuinely thought that he was so sad and upset that he couldn't talk to me. I had no idea what narcissism was. I didn't know what narcissistic abuse was, but I know now, and I see it as clear as day. As soon as I see anybody giving anyone else the silent treatment, I know that it's a manipulation tactic, and it's them just trying to get what they want by being a baby, having a temper tantrum, giving punishments out that they have no right to do in order to fuel themselves with supply and attention and affection that they don't have the ability to source in the way that any other individual does by giving it. You give love and attention, you get love and attention. No, narcissists don't work that way. They give you punishments, they give you name calling, they give you yelling, they give the silent treatment. And they hope that you give them the love and attention back. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. And when we don't, what do? They go get new supply, and they'll find someone else that does. You don't know what you don't know. I didn't know I was being abused when I was being abused. You didn't know you were being abused until you learned about narcissism and you found these channels. But now you do know. I just told you. So get out of there. The next time the silent treatment is happening, you need to just not react at all. The way to combat the silent treatment is to not give in to what they want. You go no contact. And let me make this clear. This is not fighting fire with fire. This is not tit for tat. This is not, I'm giving you the silent treatment because you're giving me the silent treatment. What you're doing is self-preservation. You are not allowing yourself to be manipulated by a child, a man-child or a woman-child giving you the silent treatment. What you're doing is you're standing up for yourself and you're saying, I am not going to tolerate this behavior anymore. So you can go give that tree the silent treatment. You can sit there and stare in the corner yourself. But I'm going to go live my life, and I'm going to surround myself with people that love me and respect me and can talk to me like a grown-ass adult. All right, guys, I hope this video shed some light on the silent treatment. I'm going to discuss this even further in a later video because I think this is something that needs to be discussed very, very deeply. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button for me. Please subscribe if you don't already, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you all.